I thought wearing orange would be appropriate for this video. Hey everyone, I'm back to do my October TBR for you all. I went a little bit cray with the TBR pile. I think I'm being a little bit ambitious for myself as far as the reading goes, but I have been really good with my reading. Last month, didn't read too many novels. I think I read a total of 3. This month I've already finished 1 and we're only in day 6 of the month. I've been in that mood where I want to do nothing but read when I'm not working, so that is a good place to be if I want to get all of these books read. So to start off, I'm just going to go over what book I already finished, and that is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Rae Carson. Loved this book. Oh my gosh. I forget her name. I want to say it's like Bookadoodles or something. When I remember it exactly, I'll put it right here. She had many good things to say about this book series, and that is the main reason why I picked it up in the first place. And I decided to make this my first read for October, and I loved it. And I am definitely going to pick up the rest of this trilogy. I actually don't want to borrow the rest from the library. I want to purchase this trilogy, so I will be getting that as soon as I have extra money for that. So the book I'm currently in the middle of reading is Written in Red by Anne Bishop. This will be my very first Anne Bishop novel. I also borrowed her, it's a bind-up of a trilogy that I cannot remember right now. I'm just going to put it right here. I borrowed that too, but probably not going to get to that one this month because it's huge. So, not very far in this book. I literally just started it today. I'm probably about 15 pages in it or so. Really enjoying it so far, but haven't gotten too far into it to really give my opinion on it yet. So, got this one. The next one I know I'm going to get finished this month is The Cuckoo's Calling by J.K. Rowling. This was a book I started in September, and so I do plan on finishing it this month as well. But like I said in my last video, it's going to be one that I read in between other books. I did read another couple chapters in this from the last time that I mentioned where I was at. So I'm on page 202 right now, which is about almost the halfway mark. And then we have The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. This is the October choice for the Booktuber Book Club. I've been wanting to read this since I purchased it, but just haven't gotten around to getting to it yet. So I'm really glad it was the choice for October. Kind of fits aliens, Halloween. The next book was a book that I had on my TBR for September and it just never got read, but I need to read it this month at some point. Actually, I should be reading this book right now before the next one comes out, I believe on Tuesday, and you all should know what that is after me saying that, and it is The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. This is book 3 in the Heroes of Olympus series. Chapter 2, that's where I'm at right now. Love this series, and I want House of Hades on Tuesday when it comes out. So should be reading this right now, but probably not going to happen because I already started that other one. So I'll buy the 4th one and then at some point marathon the 2 books together. So yeah, we have this one. The next book I have here was another one that was on my TBR for last month that I did not read, and it is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. Again, I said that I wanted to read this last month when I received the box set, so hopefully I will get to it. For some reason, Harry Potter is the thing to read during Halloween, and I think it's because there's a Halloween scene in the book, but they always put Harry Potter movies on TV whenever it's Halloween season and Christmas season. So yeah. Then I wanted to read more like a scary book, put it in the Halloween type theme. So I'm going to be reading Solstice by Simon Holt. This is book 2 in the Devouring series. If you all have been following me for a while, I read book 1 back in like January or February. So I want to go ahead and finish off the trilogy, and I figured October would be a good time to continue it. The next book I have here is Defiance by C.J. Redwine. This is book 1 in the Defiance series. I think this is dystopian, and I kind of feel like throwing a dystopian in here. Well, I'm going to be reading Allegiant, which is a dystopian, so I've been interested in starting this series, and I borrowed it from the library and figured I should probably read it soon before I have to return it. Then the last and final one that I know is definitely going to get read in October. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm going to wait for it to come in. Hopefully it won't be late. And that, of course, you all know is Allegiant, which is the last and final book in the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth. I wanted to reread Insurgent before that, which I might still do, but I'm thinking I'm not going to get around to it, and I still remember the story, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to pick up the third one. If I have time, I will get to that one before I read Allegiant, but I'm not making any promises with that. I do have 3 other books here that, if there's time, I would like to get to this month, but they might actually be November reads. So the first one is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. The movie is coming out, and I want to read it, so of course. I really wanted to make this an October read, but it's not one that I'm really anticipating reading, so I kind of pushed it to a maybe. But it does fit the Halloween scary theme, and that is Stephen King's Carrie. I do want to read this, mostly because of the movie. It sounds interesting, but I'm not one for the horror genre, or whatever genre you want to put this in. And I've never read a Stephen King novel, so I'm not sure I'll even like it, so that's why it's not at the top of my list to read. But I'm going to try and get to it, and hopefully I will, and hopefully I'll like it, because I do want to read some more of his stuff. And then the last and final book that I have here that probably is going to be my November read is a book that was on my September TBR, and that one is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hudkins. This, again, was in my TBR for last month and did not get read, so I'm going to try and put it in this month. Once again, it's not at the top of my list for books that I want to read, so it might get pushed to November. There's just so many wonderful books coming out this month, and then I have so many library books out, it's not even funny. I think I have a total of like 15 library books that I have out right now, so, or more, I don't know. But I can keep my library books up to 3 months. But even though I can keep them so long, I still need to make sure that they get read first. So this might be next month, but who knows? Those are all the books I plan on reading in the month of October. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!